everybody. What is up? Welcome back to Gals on the Go podcast. It's Danielle.
And Brooke.
And Katie. This is so exciting.
Gals on the couch, and we're very cozy on the couch.
Yes,
right now.
we have 3 gals on the couch. We wanted to try it out, and I'm kind of here for it.
I'm loving it. It's so cozy.
It's very
cozy.
very cozy. If you guys are watching the video, the 3 of us on this couch is sending me.
You and the 2 brunettes. I love it.
Oh, yeah, we should put you in the middle.
Monkey in the middle. I used to love that game. It's a good game.
Really?
Yeah.
I forget how to play that.
I don't think I've ever played that.
What are you talking about? When there's 2 people on either end and there's a person in the middle trying to catch the ball?
Okay, yes, I do. I was thinking Mother May I.
Oh,
you know that one.
Yeah.
Rover.
Yeah.
Red Rover.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Lily over. And like, you're like,
Oh, yeah. Or like Sharks and Minnows. Another good
I
one.
love in the pool.
Yes,
Yeah.
only in the pool.
Okay.
When you're out of the pool, it's like dangerous.
What is Sharks and Minnows?
It's like there's
dodgeball.
one shark at the end. Oh, really? Ours is just like tag.
Well, no, in the pool.
oh
It's
yeah,
more
it's like dodgeball in the pool.
yeah,
Oh.
kind of. I guess
And
because
you
you're
say
like,
minnows come.
and then they can get you on the way over. Kind
Yeah,
Ah.
you're swimming from the shallow end to the deep end typically. To the
I
shark.
don't think I've played that, but I feel like I've heard
It was for
it.
the big kids, you know. It was like
yeah, we played it at camp.
Yeah.
you know, it's whatever.
It's one time at summer camp.
Yeah, summer camp. Did you ever go to summer camp?
I was just gonna ask because it wasn't really a huge thing, I don't think, in my town
Yeah.
to go away for summers unless it was like church camp.
Oh, yeah,
which
you
I
did Young
church
Life.
camp, yeah, for a few summers, but I didn't go on. I wouldn't say it was like I didn't go on any camps that were
Yeah.
strictly for fun and games. Like
That's
like
how,
Parent Trap. Like no, nothing like that.
A
Though
classic. That's how Brooke and I like found each other's videos, or sleepaway camp videos.
Yeah,
One of the ways.
I went to a theater sleepaway camp.
I wish. Really?
Yeah, like you could choose if you wanted to like musical theater or like drama. So I did dramas because I didn't like really sing and dance and stuff, but I like was an actor, actress.
When I was an actress.
And yours was just what was the theme of yours? Was it religion?
It was like Parent Trap vibes. It was just like it was
just
a
good old
Christian girls camp, but it was like campy. I love it.
Yeah.
I wore my chacos every morning.
Oh my God, the Choco life.
My Patagonia shorts.
People would compete to see who could get the better tan.
Oh, the Choco
the
tan.
Choco tan.
Oh, totally. So I guess we should say, if you guys don't know who Katie is, we're just like, yeah, Katie's one of the gals. Katie, we've known her for literally years. Hello Katie XO OG on YouTube. We used to be like literal fans of Katie, and then never forget Brooke dropped a drink in front of her at Playlist Live, and we were so embarrassed because we thought she was so cool.
The crazy thing is, I don't remember that happening.
I mean, I'm glad because it did. It's a core memory of mine. It's burned into my memory of like looking at your face and being like, I just dropped my drink in front of
Glass vodka cran.
just like boom on the
I
floor.
was probably on another planet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
I'm glad.
conventions.
We always drank so much at those events, and it was
They
not.
were
I remember you were with a particular male YouTuber at that one convention. Actually,
I had a love
Tea.
affair.
We all
A
had our
little-
YouTube love
a
affairs.
little love affair.
I
Yeah.
actually didn't. I never did. I definitely had like crushes. I feel like, but I never
Yeah.
like.
You're right. Never had a rendezvous.
No, I'm more into the offline personas.
Yes, you are.
Well, I think that's a bit better, to
Yes,
be honest.
it's definitely the vibe.
I don't think I could date someone now who has a big internet following. I feel like it would really strain our relationship.
It
you
would.
know?
It's so much pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. And especially if there's a guy who's single creating content
Yeah.
and then they get a girlfriend, it's almost like everyone hates the girlfriend just
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's similar to when Justin Bieber got married.
Yes, that's exactly.
I have a bone to pick with the Justin Bieber. I had a tweet yesterday that was kind of about this because everyone's posting about Justin and Haley through Grammys. I know this is controversial. People are really going to come for me. Like I don't like really get it.
What do you mean?
Like I don't.
What do you mean? Do you mean the music?
No,
or-
I liked his music. Like you remember. Like
Yes.
we talked about like
I
that.
do.
Well, Danielle was like in the movie. Like I get it. You're like really big fan. I like them together. Like why does everyone like put it on their story? Like why is everyone like I just like I'm clicking through. I'm like, so what? He's wearing like this heinous outfit and she
Yeah.
looks beautiful, but like I don't know. And then I've seen like those paparazzi videos of them and he is like kind of rude to her sometimes. And I'm like, why is everyone so drawn to this? Like, I just don't get it.
There's a lot there. There's a
It's-
lot there.
They're because they have such a history too. Like, have you seen the video of them meeting when they were younger?
Yes.
No.
And
no.
So there's this video. He still had the flippy hair, so it was a very
Yes.
long time ago. And Haley and Justin met because I think
her
her uncle,
uncle, yeah,
in the lobby of a hotel, and there's this ancient video. Like she doesn't have any. I mean, I don't know how much work she's had done, but she just looks very young. She's
baby.
just a literal child, as we all looked, like super awkward, and she's just there looking all shy and awkward and meeting Justin for the first time, and now they're literally married. She just goes to show that, you know, and she like there's like photos of her holding up I love Justin Bieber signs. It's almost like
so she was the one less lonely girl,
right? Like yes, she's famous, so she had a better chance than anybody else, I guess, but she got what so many people wanted.
Okay.
Through just being a good person, I guess, because she seems like she's a pretty good person.
And then I have another question, and you could just be honest and say you don't know if you don't know. Like Selena and Justin, like I never did my research on that either. So like, what? Explain that to me.
There's a lot of Haley haters because they wanted it to be Jelena. Like I've seen so many TikToks. Maybe you guys saw too of like when Haley and Justin would like, I think it was the Met. They were coming out of the limo, and people were like it should have been Selena.
People were yelling Selena.
So sad. And she was like
that.
crying. She put on her little YSL sunglasses, and he was like, I love you, I love you. There's literally like him mouthing it. You can see it in like the paparazzi video.
I mean, that's so sad. Imagine.
It's so sad.
I mean, there's so many instances of that in Hollywood, like
so
Brad
many.
and Angelina,
so much
and
comparison.
Jen Aniston, and like being famous. There's so much pressure if you're in a relationship, because what if it ends? It's like the worst case scenario of having to see the person everywhere you go
on billboards. Like
listening to their music, you can't turn on the radio.
It's so sad. Or just like
haunted.
Walking in Target and you hear someone say like their name. It's really crazy. I agree with you. A lot of people reposted it. I know some people were reposting because like their outfits were very plain, like at the Met too.
But then it would be explained, like it would be like, these are boring. But then there's like literally people with like no caption, just like on their story, and I'm like, I just am struggling to understand like the stan culture behind them, and I think I'm like missing something. I think, and I'm no hate or like they seem like they're nice people, but then I have seen the bad sides of it. Like I saw those videos when I think he like slammed a car door on her, and I get it. Yes. People are captured in like bad moments and stuff, but it wasn't looking good for them for a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who am I to judge?
Right. No, it's definitely something people do. I noticed that as well. And like, I didn't think, I loved his outfit, but the pink beanie just ruined the whole outfit. So I don't know.
I think Justin dresses badly on purpose. I truly do. But they just look like they are going to two different events.
Yeah.
And two
they weren't
different time
matching.
periods. But I will say her outfit was kind of similar to Addison Rae's.
Yes, that similar silhouette.
But Addison wore those like chunky silver bangles with it, which was kind of nice. But
added something.
Did you see that people were saying to Haley, like thinking that she's pregnant because of her outfit? That ruined my morning.
I hate that.
See that someone was speculating just because she wore a dress that was maybe a little looser and made an effort to like puff it out. Like I wouldn't want to look pregnant either. Yeah. She was like trying to like, there's a video of her trying to like pull the dress away from her body for a photo, and people are like, she's definitely pregnant.
Did you see that about Courtney for the I don't know what it was. It was Oscars maybe, yeah. And people were like, she's definitely pregnant. Like how? I'm sorry.
You can't say that.
No. Absolutely.
Unless they say it.
Why would you ever even think to assume that? Like, have we not realized that like people, these are all like edited bodies and like photoshopped and everything anyways? Like the fact.
Right.
Like, thank God they're showing their real body, not editing it. Like, we need that normalcy for us.
Right. And I heard, I don't know if this is, I think she might have said this somewhere, Courtney is experiencing, like, it's a health problem. Like, she's experiencing premenopause or something. I don't know if that's true, but there's something going on, and that's why
she's like a 40-something-year-old woman.
She looks like a normal human.
Yeah.
I thought it was refreshing to see that.
Me too.
To be honest. And like Haley did not look pregnant. People are just speculating, but it's just so hurtful. You can't say that about people. My mom always said there's one thing you don't do, and you never ask like, when are you due?
Never.
Nothing, because you never know.
It's terrifying.
You never know if someone lost a baby. Like, it's just, you don't ask.
So true.
You don't ask.
Yeah.
It's like asking a guy like, oh, are you losing your hair? Or something.
Yeah.
It's like, don't
literally.
Why? How does that benefit anything? I mean, it's different because it's not creating a life, but you know.
No, it's so true. I feel like as a society, we're trying to like lean less into like the physical comments like that, instead of just being like, oh my God, you look so good, like you're glowing, like very general things, versus being like, you look so skinny, you look so snatched, like you look so, like I'm trying to make an intention to like
happy and healthy.
Yeah, that's what a big comment on the Cabo stuff. I got one in Cabo that was like, you look happy and healthy, and we like unpacked it on the podcast. Like I thought
it was sweet, but Brooke was like, no. no, that's a backhand.
What does healthy mean? Like healthy?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I think, but that might be a projection. I don't know.
happy and healthy.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay.
She was one of the amazing suitors on our Cabo trip. She was you were like the life of the party the whole time. Like, Katie, I learned about you. You can just drink, you can go out, you can do whatever the vibe is. I'm so impressed.
Club,
another
bus,
club.
another club.
I'm so impressed with you, like, constantly.
It's very impressive. And you're so good at like switching from like mood to mood. Like, you can like go to an influencer event, like hang with the influencers, even though like we had a good group, but then you could like switch and be like, oh, I'm in like college mode, and like
Going to 310 Bowery.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
you're so good at like, but it's still you consistently through, but you're good about it.
I just love, this sounds so stupid, but I just love people. I love like people. I don't know. That's my strength. There's some things that I'm really not good at, but I'm good at people, and I can usually navigate if like I'm good at finding a good time, even if there isn't one. I'll usually find one.
or you make one, or you always just have like such good conversation, I feel like.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It's so
great
true.
conversation.
I mean, you have to. You have 2 podcasts.
2 podcasts. Yes. I do a lot of talking on a daily basis, I feel.
It's so impressive. She has one on her own called Thick and Thin, and then one with her 2 friends, Adam and Colby, who we love, called Match Made in Manhattan. And I literally listen to that every week. I like
Me
get so
too.
excited.
Me too. I love your original podcast, but the Matchmade I love because I'm friends with all 3 of you now. So like
Yeah.
I get the full catch up.
It's so
We
fun.
love doing it. It's just so hard coordinating through people's schedules. That's the only thing. But we never have a shortage of things to talk about. We always have something. And the internet knows too much now because of the podcast. And we've kind of just given up with the fact that people could listen that know us, that date us. We're kind of just over it. We almost, I think with podcasts, you feel a little bit less pressure. It's almost like you can say whatever. I mean, this is from growing up on YouTube. I feel when your face is attached to it, you get judged so much harder than on a podcast. It's almost like it's your diary. Oh, yeah. So that's kind of how we've treated it, I feel.
It is so crazy the things I'll say on this podcast.
I know.
Speak up on my YouTube channel.
Well, you guys are on the YouTube too.
We are.
But
we try not to think about it.
But it almost feels like when you're just, because podcasts are also, they're longer. It's like you can explain yourself a bit more too. If you say something controversial, you're like, well, this is why I feel this way. It's a little bit more like anecdotal, which is kind of fun.
Definitely.
Yeah. And something about, I mean, I guess the video now is a little more like video, but like when we first started, we were like literally just recording it, like, you know, either on Zoom, FaceTime or whatever. Like it was just so casual. It still feels, I mean, it feels like we're I know we're getting cozy.
So
I know. Yes. If you're watching the YouTube, you see.
It's just more comfortable.
We have to. I know. Well, I'm also holding the mic on behalf of both of us. I'm like as if we're like we are.
You guys are a couple. You guys are like a celebrity couple.
I was gonna say we're.
You guys are Courtney and Travis over there.
Yeah, you're wearing.
Who's who?
I'm definitely Travis.
Yeah. I was gonna say
you're Courtney with the black hair.
Well, you guys just got married yesterday in Vegas. I heard.
I
heard they got married in Vegas, which
Shotgun
I was
wedding.
thinking. Funny enough, I was standing in the shower. It wasn't one of those.
Apparently, guys do that a lot.
Oh, sometimes I
What?
will sit in the shower.
Yes.
oh
Oh
my
my
god,
God.
crisscross applesauce. Like I need like details.
Oh no, I was definitely standing in the shower today. I meant to say standing, but I have sat in the past when it's been a particularly hungover morning.
Do you?
I've heard this. It's a hangover thing.
It really does help.
I have heard this too. I've never done it because I need to know like the positioning. Like, are you sitting underneath the shower head with the water just pouring on your head?
I'm sitting with my head in between my legs, literally wanting to die. Usually,
it's one of those.
but the water does help. I mean, to be honest, I haven't had a really literally fighting for my life. I haven't had a bad hangover in a while though. But I was in the shower today thinking about how Travis and Courtney got married, and I was like, well, they did it after the Grammys in Vegas. Were their families even there? Like, were their kids there? No.
True.
So is this real? I feel like it's not real. That's just me. But didn't
I
Joe
don't know.
Jonas
They all private
get married?
jets, you know, like they all just zoomed there probably, or they just had no. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I heard it was an Elvis impersonator, which is the way to do it.
That's so Vegas.
Where did you read this?
It's all over Instagram today.
Oh, I guess I haven't been on. Yeah.
It was just like every other post, like boom, boom, boom.
Where have I
Kravis
been?
is official.
You've been in Miami. Tell us about your weekend. Do you like my transition there?
Yeah, I did like that transition. It was good. It was like that was like the first like boyfriend trip I guess that I did. Well, we did like the mountain thing. Yeah.
But you were with
But
them.
that was like
this was the first.
Yeah, this was like I got on a plane. He was not on either plane with me, so I don't know anything about his plane behavior.
Does he have free check?
Someone replied to my story and was like, just real talk, does your boyfriend sit next to you on the plane? Because if you don't know, I don't like when people sit next to me on planes. Of course, if I was traveling with him, he would sit next to me. But then it would be a whole thing.
Really?
Like I
Can
like
you fill me in? Why don't you like sitting next to people on planes?
because I like to plug in and like tune out. And like, you know what? I feel pressure when I'm sitting next to friends to entertain.
Oh, I don't like chatting. I don't like chatting on
You
planes.
sat far away from us on the
was
plane.
very-
I like that too.
Person over here.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing about being a people person. It's still, even if you're extroverted and know how to carry yourself in a room, you still need time to recharge.
Absolutely.
That's the big misconception, that people can just be go, go, go all the time. There's a reason I live alone. There's a reason that I also have friends who we're so comfortable now that we can sit next to each other for 6 hours and not speak.
Silent
Like
time.
that is, Colby and I are going to Mexico in a few weeks, and I can guarantee we're going to sit next to each other on the plane in silence.
I saw a TikTok. I want to actually unpack that a little bit because I saw a TikTok and it was like, what is your opinion on if someone tells you being with you is like being alone? And this one girl was like, I'm so offended by that comment. I think that's the best compliment. Like, I think that means that you could truly be yourself then. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so. I don't know the context, but I think
Just
so.
that phrase. If someone tells you being with you is like being alone. Like,
See, I feel
Sounds
like
funny, but
I guess I could see how it could be hurtful, but like my boyfriend and I, we say that to each other because like it's true. Like I don't feel like I have to perform or put on like a whole thing.
I
Like,
think
could
that's
be-
great. I think people have this problem with the word alone. They think that when you're alone, that automatically means you're lonely, and that's just not true. They are obviously there's probably roots that are similar from those words, obviously, but they do mean different things. Meaning being alone and being lonely are different things.
Amen.
Like when you're alone with someone, that doesn't mean that you're lonely or like feel weird. It's like it could be a good thing.
Yeah.
It is a good thing. So like when you're alone with yourself and like
I think it's how you present it. Like I could see how it could be offensive. Like it's like, oh, you're so boring. Like it's like
I
I'm
don't need
alone,
you.
but no, but I more so mean.
I definitely feel that way with certain people. We call it silent friendship time. It's the best.
Yeah.
You can sit there and like be in each other's presence, but just be.
I feel like us three are actually really good about that.
Yeah.
Like on the trip, like we wouldn't have to like constantly be like it would just be like, okay, like we would know like if we're on our phones, it's not rude. It's like, okay, we're doing that right now. You know?
Sitting on the
or,
lounge
like looking out
chairs.
into the ocean.
Yeah.
Wait, so
reading.
when you were on your trip?
Oh, so anyway, so
Bay.
he was coming from he was already like, this is in between like multiple trips for him, so we like fit it in basically. So didn't like do either flight like there or back with him. He's like out skiing now. But we met there. It was great. I feel like we just work well together because like we're pretty much on the same vibe. It's not like I want to like, he actually likes to do like more stuff than I like to do, but in this case, in this case it was bad. It was good though because we kind of were both on the same page. Like we like went to South Beach in Miami because you could do like the city and do like city activities and whatever, but I feel like when you're at South Beach, it's a lot of like pool, beach, like the activities are like, those are the activities, you know?
Yeah.
And then at night I guess you go clubbing and whatever, but we like the same music, so we like knew we were going to a show.
Well, that's great.
And so it was just a really good trip. Do you have any specific questions?
How?
I don't know what else there is to
Am
say.
I allowed to?
No, I don't know.
So when I went on my first trip with Ryan, I was really, really nervous about the whole bathroom situation.
Oh, this actually was one of the ones that was it was like a open window with you have to pull the curtain.
Oh, so it's like you have to like
horrible. I actually just didn't really like have to go. I don't know if that's weird. Sometimes when I travel I get like kind of like,
normal.
backed up, and it was like a quick enough trip, so I actually didn't really run into that issue, but we definitely did pull the curtain shut just so that the bathroom like did have privacy, because it's so also when there's the toilet is like in the same room as everything else. I don't really love that. It's kind of gross. I don't know.
There always needs to be a little nook. There should be like a little bathroom with the sliding door within the bathroom.
Yeah.
I agree.
And hotels.
Well, I would definitely like sneak down to the lobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean I definitely.
My room key is not working. Like,
Sorry, I have to go grab some extra
Some
toothpaste
coffee.
or something. Like I would make a total like
Definitely.
beeline to the lobby
that is like
if
I feel like a
in
big
dire need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. It was only 2 nights, and
True.
like the first night we flew in, there was like a lot of like naps and things because my sleep schedule was all messed up. I hate those like early morning flights because you have to wake up at like 4 a.m. and it kind of messes up your whole day because then you're like tired. So it's almost not even worth it.
I agree. I mean, it depends on whether or not you can sleep on planes.
True.
I'm pretty good at sleeping on planes. The flight back from Cabo, I was literally
You were the whole time.
pumped out the whole time.
jealous.
I don't know. There's something about the elevation that really just puts
gets
me
ya.
out.
Whoa.
I don't know. I'm usually out before the plane takes off.
Out like a light.
Literally like a light.
That's nice. I'm actually doing a 6 a.m. flight on Thursday, so RIP to me.
I mean, you do, like, I'm not saying claiming that I'll never do it
No,
again. I'm
they're
just saying
not.
it's not fun. It's not something that's like ideal. Like in theory, it's like, oh, we'll do this and we'll have the whole day. We'll get an early check-in. Like I was lucky enough to get an early check-in at the hotel, but it doesn't, like, there has to be like some sort of rest period in their summer. Like you truly can't go all day, even if you're drinking all the coffee in the world. Like you're gonna crash.
I think
you know?
the best is getting in late the night before, like you have things to do. So it's like you get in late, like a late flight. Usually they're not like super delayed or anything, and so you just get in and then you go to bed, get a full night's sleep, wake up the next morning feeling great. But then you do lose like a whole day at a hotel.
Yeah, you're saying it's pay for the night. Yeah.
Well,
She was
I
at
guess
the one hotel.
usually, well, a lot of hotels won't let you check in till like 3 p.m.
So this one, I was like, let's see how it goes. So like I go up there and I wasn't, my mom has this theory that you're supposed to always be dressed up nice when you check into hotels and stuff because
They prioritize you because of that?
well, they like take you more seriously if you think about it, you know?
No, I believe
I
that.
kind of believe it. I wasn't. I did have my like hair.
You're like, yeah, so
I
wasn't.
didn't do that, but
So,
yeah.
my
so
mom says.
I did have like my hair and makeup done, and I kind of like pulled like the whole like I was like, oh, I just stayed at a bunch of other like one properties. Like I was like
The property.
Did you use the Anna Delvey accent? Because that would have, I mean, that would have
yes, the trip was amazing.
Yeah. slapped down $100 bills.
no,
Yeah.
no tipping and no inappropriate tipping. I guess. Can they even accept tips? Can you tip the receptionist?
Probably.
I guess.
I never have.
No, I feel like
Receptionist.
of course, like if someone's helping you with your bags.
Yeah, like
but
bellman. Never thought to tip receptionists.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never done that either. I mean, unless they've never
It's
really.
kind of
done
like
me a
unethical.
crazy- Well, yeah, it's almost kind of rude sometimes too. I mean, like not to offer, but there's certain ways where I think tipping could be seen as rude.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
like
Yeah.
this isn't a job that necessarily like is a.
It's-
I could
it's
understand
like,
how it could be.
You know, I don't know. Maybe now that I say it out loud, I'm like, is it rude? I don't even know.
Oh, I
But
mean, I
there's
guess everybody
certain-
likes money, right?
That's true. Like,
yeah.
how
They're probably like,
could you-
well, like then it's like considered like maybe they don't make a lot of money, but like
Right.
Yeah.
so maybe that's what you mean.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, I
just get-
didn't tip.
There's
I
just all
didn't
these
tip.
things.
I did have my makeup and hair done. I didn't ask for anything. I just was like, hey, and it was early. It was like 11:30 or 11 that I got there, and check-in's not until like 3 or 4 or something. And I was like, I know it's so early, but is there any chance like that the room's ready? And he's like, let me look. And he's like, I can give you an upgrade. And yeah, there's a room ready. And I was like, oh, okay.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, if you want to give me both, that's great.
Wow.
But I think this is like a thing with like staying at nicer hotels, and I've never done this in my entire life. This is like the first point in my life that I'm like really doing this. And I think in nicer hotels, it's like the customer experience is so prioritized that they do they're more willing to like do those sort of things versus if you're staying like, no offense, this is not, and there's nothing wrong with this, but if you're just staying at like a more budget friendly hotel, they're like, no, the rule's the rule. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like 4 o'clock check-in, like
And
that's
there-
it,
I mean,
you know?
the people that work at the hotel probably aren't paid as much. Like there's a lot of
Exactly.
factors.
100%,
There's
yeah.
they're probably packing in way too many people. They probably deal with so many
Understaffed.
problems.
They're, yeah.
Oh my God. I honestly, there's like several jobs that I'm like, you guys are killing it. Like the people that work at the airport.
Oh my
Number
gosh.
one, I learned something, and people that work at hotels. But the thing that I learned the other day is that I saw this on TikTok, so who knows? But I learned that the flight attendants, like on a flight, do not get paid until the plane leaves the ground. Like until they're up in the air, their hours don't start.
What?
That is what I heard, and I said this on the phone to my dad, and he like was saying something along the lines of like, yeah, that's probably true. I wonder because I read it was like an actual flight attendant that it was making a video, and she was like, yeah, we don't. So all the stuff they have to deal with people,
Yeah, like when are
And
we
they're-
gonna take off? They're like, yeah, I want to take off too.
like people that might not put their mask on, or like all these different things, they're not actually getting paid until the flight leaves the ground.
Oh, that is so. I mean, everybody.
I
in,
hope
like,
that
these
that's not
jobs deserves
true,
to be
but that's
paid
what I
more.
heard.
I always wonder
what I
too,
heard.
like if you're doing a 6 a.m. flight when you're getting there at 4 a.m., like are those people, have they been there since midnight, or are they like just getting there for the 4 a.m. shift? I always wonder like
I
what
think
their
that they are
hourly
because I think the airport, some airports are closed. Like,
like, a
even
few
yeah,
hours.
they have to, because they'll like put them in a hotel. But I know that they don't get to sleep like too often. You know who I follow that's a flight attendant is Serena from
Yeah.
Bachelor.
I wonder if
And she
gets
does
paid
some
on the
content
ground.
around that, and she'll be like, oh, I didn't really sleep or whatever. And it's like that's tough. Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Thank
And
God
people
for
are
flight
so
attendants.
annoying on flights.
So annoying.
I mean, we dealt with like our incidents in Cabo,
Oh my
but like
gosh.
people, like I see a new thing every day with someone just being a total horrible human being on a flight, and like someone has to deal with you.
It's so sad.
And everyone on the flight has to deal with you. That's one of those things where it's like just so selfish if you're holding up someone's travel day. Like there's people on this plane that like are going to weddings and like
vaping in the
vapors
bathroom.
the vapors in the bathroom.
The vapors, those damn vapors, and and then the anti-maskers and all that. It's like just put on, like
They like won't put it above their nose. They just won't.
yeah, and then they have to come over to you every 5 seconds and be like, put your mask on, put your mask on. It's like literally you're making their job harder. Just like follow the rules.
Like you're embarrassing yourself.
I know.
Like when a flight attendant comes to talk to you, the whole plane hears. Like
Everyone's listening.
It's like the teacher getting like, you know,
literally
you're getting in trouble with the teacher.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the worst.
I hate that. I get so scared. I actually, I never talked about this. Another random thing. So I don't know why you're making fun of my laugh.
No. It's just all of a sudden you're like, yeah, this is funny. And I was like,
Because I get so scared. Like I'm such a rule follower that I really like to like follow the rules. I'm so scared to get in trouble. So the other day in my apartment, we talked about this. I got a notification.
Gosh.
I get notifications every time I get a package or like anything, or like if someone drops off a box, like, you know, my doorman will put in like, you know, package dropped like for you or something. The other day when we were recording, I got a notification that was like, this is so random. It was like,
Can you even say it?
it said envelope from management. That's what I got. And I got
What was it, your
so
lease?
scared. Well, I'm running through my mind. I was like, I was being pretty loud last night. Like, what if I got like a formal noise complaint or something?
And I was like, because I get notes from my management. It'll be like, oh, we have to add $70 to your.
But it was just manually inserted, so I knew that they didn't manually insert it for everyone in the building. You know what I mean? I was like, I specifically got a note, so then I started panicking. I was like, dude, now I have to get home. Like, I have a note from management waiting for me.
The office.
Yeah, and I go home and I check, and it's like,
I went with her. She was like, do you want to come?
Oh my God, for moral support.
yeah. So then I'm like opening it. I'm like the grand reveal, and it's like you owe 31 cents, like rent adjustment or something. I was panicking. I was like, I'm gonna get kicked out of my building now. Like I've had issues with my neighbor because I'm like sometimes too loud on my balcony or whatever. But that's just because she's a party pooper.
Eviction notice.
That's just because.
That's because she can't hang.
note.
That's because she's not a people person.
Yeah, and you've had like 3 big pre.
Don't live in New York
Not
City.
even. I haven't gotten in trouble in a while, but I did ride. I had to ride down with her in my elevator the other day, though. Yeah, we both like called at the same time, and I was like, "Damn!" Like, you know. And I was like literally about to go back into my apartment, like pretend to forget something because I didn't want to ride with her. No, but you know,
she probably feels even like she's probably the one that's like embarrassed because she's like, "Oh God, I'm the party pooper of the building."
Yeah, you're actually right.
Like if I made a noise complaint to someone, I've never done this, but if I would like try my best to be anonymous, just because I don't want the shame of people thinking that I can't hang.
Yeah, you know? I know, literally.
Which I've never done it, but I also live in like, I mean, when you live in a certain area in New York, you have to expect it to be loud.
Yes.
You just,
no, I agree.
You have to know if you're living in the Upper East, Upper West Side.
Fair.
Yeah, and like it's not like she has a family and she's like, oh, I have a young one and whatever. Like it's another just single person.
And what, it was like 10 p.m.
area, like.
It's a pretty young building that I'm into. I'm really not too concerned about it. And it was one time at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It wasn't even late. I was like, are you even allowed to call this early?
I feel like noise complaints should start at 11 p.m. I think that's the law, isn't it? In New York.
Oh.
But it's on the street at least. So I don't know about buildings, but.
I don't know what the rules are. Anyways, I haven't had a problem in a while, but in my brain, like that's what I'm thinking. And I just am so scared of getting in trouble all the time. So I'm like, I was like, they put it in writing. Damn, they really got me this time. I'm like, it was just you owe like 30 cents.
You were literally so spiraling.
Sitting here like, it's like, where am I gonna live? Like,
no, I've been there before. Anytime you're gonna live in a cardboard box.
Yeah, I was panicking. I was like, I just bought all this outdoor furniture. I'm not gonna find one in the outdoor space.
The outdoor furniture, really.
The dimensions.
You just hung all your picture frames too.
Yeah, just. All right. I feel like I've been talking about myself a lot. Can someone else give their life recap, please?
No, I'm entertained.
Really? About my stress? Random stress.
I forgot about that.
The stress of being tired on vacation and after
oh my gosh, such first world problems.
These are
you guys
so
are probably
relatable.
like, whatever.
No, it's the most relatable thing ever. I am so sick of being like scared to confess things that like really do make me nervous because people are going to say there are worse problems in the world. Yes, there are worse problems in the world. Yeah. But people go through their daily lives and have stresses and they think they're the only person that's stressed about getting things in the mail that they don't know what it is. And like, let's normalize people feeling stressed on a daily basis about the small stuff because it's all valid.
Amen. Like
it's
on TikTok, when you see comments like, do I not have one original thought? It's like, wow.
It's true. I mean, like when you were saying the whole thing about getting that thing in the mail, I felt that at my corporate job that I had for like a year and 6 months that I talk so much about when I literally was there for a year and 6 months. But whenever I got an email from anyone saying like, or like a Skype, that was like, we didn't have Slack at the time, but it was like Skype, and they'd be like, hey, can we chat for a second?
Fired.
I'm getting fired.
Like, R.I.P. that job. Hey.
Even if it was a promotion or something, I would think I'm getting fired. So
no, I completely get that. I actually stress a lot for like my friends now that are like in corporate. I'm like, oof, or what's coming your way today? Like I feel the stresses for them of, you know, the talks with their bosses and whatever. Like that made me so. I completely feel the same way.
There's so many things in corporate America that are tough, like having to like ask for a raise. It's like that's the most awkward thing, but you have to like you have to. If you don't ask for things, you're not gonna get it.
You bare your soul to them. You're like, I need more money. Like it's so like
there's so
and
many.
Here's why.
Being an adult is so uncomfortable. You have to just do so many things that just are uncomfortable on a daily basis. Have hard conversations with people, like negotiate things, like trying to get an apartment, like all this. It's so awkward.
And we didn't learn any of that in school. You just have to figure that all on your own, right?
Taxes, like
oh my gosh, R.I.P.
Oh
keep
my
saying
God.
R.I.P. But it's
R.I.P.
true.
It's true.
Katie, how was your weekend? What'd you get up to this weekend?
Yeah, what shenanigans?
What shenanigans?
Well, it was a mix of work and play. I've been doing a lot of shoots for my freelance clients, which a lot of them need to be on the weekends, which is definitely
that's interesting. Why so, you think?
Because a lot of them have clients of their own during the week, so they need to shoot on the weekends, which is definitely, I've never worked on the weekends before. Really, it's been an adjustment, but it's been good because it's a lot of, I find it to be so rewarding to do creative projects for other people and help them like accomplish those things, because for me it's so much pressure when you're doing creative projects just for yourself, because there's like you, yourself, and you doing it. When you have a team, it's just such a fun, I feel like I'm on the bold type. Like even though I'm not at a publication.
Oh my God, you literally look like
I know she does.
Jane Sloan.
Yeah. And you're such a writer and stuff too. Like I so see that for you.
No, I think I've always thought I mean, I went into college thinking I was going to be a journalist. I've always thought that I wanted the corporate world of having coworkers. And though I don't think I'm built for the 9-to-5 like desk job, I am built for the coworker sort of thing.
Definitely.
And even though I left my corporate job to do freelance, like my whatever we're doing in freelance, like influencing, whatever we're doing, the podcast, whatever, I still need people in my day to day. So I'm glad that I've been able to figure out like strike a healthy balance with like having clients, people that pay me to do what I'm good at and not what I'm not good at. Like
that's awesome.
I don't touch numbers. I'm only just
creative.
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of projects. Like this weekend I was working with or this past weekend I was working on a bunch of videos for this dietitian who's doing like a new series of recipes, and a Pilates instructor. They're doing like a joint series.
Ooh.
Which is really cool. It's coming out this spring, but it's been cool to be able to like people trusting you with creative stuff.
So cool.
That it's just fun. It's rewarding, and it's cool because I was able to create my own job. When no one ever told us that was okay to like I don't know, because we were obviously accustomed to thinking, oh, you have to go on this one path and you choose this path in college, you go down that path, don't you dare change your mind, or if you do, change it once and that's it, and then graduate, get a job in that exact path. Or what was the degree for? And like I've spent a lot of time wondering why I went to college, because a lot, but obviously it was meant to be. That was the path that I was supposed to be on. I wouldn't have met my best friends if I didn't do it. There's so many things, but I think it's people don't tell you that you can create your own path after college, and it doesn't have to look the same as everyone else's. People are going to criticize you for that. Like I've gotten a lot of people are like, yesterday I got a comment on my TikTok that really grinded my gears. And this sounds so stupid, but someone was like, you don't work. I said, I work 9 to 5 or something like that.
Oh, I saw this.
It was like it was a funny, like it was just like it was comedy, but like
comedy, physical comedy or mental.
It was comedy, but I said like work 9 to 5, like it's impossible to do it all. Basically, that was the whole concept of the TikTok, and I referenced like work 9 to 5. I didn't say work I said I work 9 to 5. Someone goes, you don't work a 9 to 5. And the profile image was Shrek.
Yeah.
Which was really
spam account.
I was like, thanks, Shrek.
Very telling.
I mean, I honestly thought it was just funny because I'm like, you're right, I don't, and I didn't say that.
You're right, I work way more than
and
that.
then I said, you're right, I work longer hours than that. But like, it just pissed me off because I'm like, no, what is a 9 to 5 anymore? Like, what is it?
I was thinking about this.
No one on a 9 to 5 even works 9 to 5. They work like 9 to 8. So
all of my friends, I mean, they're working on
Yeah.
we were just talking this before we started recording. Everyone's like working all crazy hours, or like maybe not working as much one day, working like 12 hours the next day. It's so crazy.
Who actually works 9 to 5?
And like clocks out at that time and is
5
like,
p.m.
yeah, like it's 5 p.m. Like I'm
Dolly
done for the day. Like, no, it's not. Yeah.
It's not as many boundaries. I feel like a few professions still, like my dad's a physician, so like when he's home, he's not working. But there's definitely certain positions that you don't need to think about it, but I feel like so many now, it's so based on like you go home, you get an email, you have to respond.
Yeah, there really are no people have like no shame. Like
No
they'll be like,
boundaries.
yeah.
Boundaries again.
Yeah, or weekends. Like there's no such thing as that anymore. Yeah, which is kind of unhealthy, and I kind of wish our world wasn't as much like that and whatever. And yeah, that's my thing. I actually want to piggyback on what you just said, Katie, because I have a friend who has a friend who's doing social media, not social media like influencing freelance, but like for other like brands and stuff. And she asked me, she was like, Brooke, like, how is she making a living doing this? Like, she lives in like this nice apartment, and like I just don't really understand. I don't ask her obviously because it's so rude. And I was like, I bet she's making a lot of money because these freelancers are doing it right. Like, she's making mini salaries from all of her clients.
Yeah.
So elaborate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, and let me tell you why. Because so thinking in terms of a company, maybe if they're not if it's like a small fashion brand or something. I have like 4 different freelance clients. One of them is a fashion brand. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, if it's like a startup or something of that nature, they're trying to start out, they don't have the funds necessarily to pay for someone to have benefits. Benefits is the huge thing. Like, no, I do not get benefits from any of my clients. And a lot of them are also on short-term project basis. Mm-hmm. It's not like, some people it's just a never end, like when we end up just, cutting the contract, we cut the contract. But some people it's just project to project. Like if someone's launching a new collection and they want like a really solid social campaign, they'll hire someone for a short period of time. And that means they don't have to keep someone on as a salaried employee on a year contract. Like, it's just so much easier to hire freelance. Also, if you have an office, you don't have to have a desk for them. Like, there's just so many things that, that being said, freelancers should get paid as much or, similarly to someone who's in-house because they do the same amount of work for the most part. So that's obviously up to the freelancer. Like, I've definitely made sure that I'm getting what I'm worth. But for a company, you are saving a lot of money by doing that.
Interesting.
And you can kind of make your own hours with it, which means you can have maybe multiple, like if, say if someone's paying you, I don't know, like $5,000 a month to run their social media. If you do 3 different brands, that's
$15K
with taxes,
a month.
Obviously, like 40% of that is going to be taxed probably. But it's a great
more
way.
than you could make at an entry-level social media job, though.
Oh, yeah.
And then you build from there. Like, what a great,
yeah.
Everyone has to start somewhere, right? That's not even starting. That's an amazing place.
That's true. My suggestion is if anyone's going to go into that, make sure you just understand your contracts that you're sending people. Make sure that you can get out at any time that you need to.
Protect
Give
yourself.
I know. That's like something that I wish I would have known in the beginning. I've definitely learned that. I'm like, wow, there's a contract binding me to this now. Like, I need to be careful with this.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, it's taken a lot of trial and error, but it's cool because then you like I said, you create content for other people. It's less pressure on you. It's more on this brand, and if they don't like you, they fire you, and then you move on to something else. I'm so not scared of being fired anymore because
you're like an ambassador for freelancers. I'm like, where's the discount code?
I know. I want to join.
It's cool because then you get to figure out what you're actually good at.
Yeah, it's so fun.
There's no shame, and because it's not like you're working for this company and this company only, and so much rides on that. There's a little bit more flexibility with if you don't mesh with a client, just you are like, sorry, I can't work with you anymore. Like, it's a mutual thing. It's not like you're quitting a job every 3 months and you don't know what you're doing. If you have a multiple streams of income, like multiple streams of income, I don't know. But then you do kind of does lead to like overworking a bit, which
no, because there's no time off. Like you could always be working on the next client, I'm sure. Like, right?
You just have to know when to like turn your phone off. Like for me, I literally have to turn my phone off.
Oh, I bet.
And something else that's really cool is that you get to work on a variety of like different projects or different type of clients too, which I feel like is so cool for these people that instead of working on maybe like one brand just on the corporate side, like what you were doing at your like job, like now you get to do stuff for brands that maybe you would have never dreamed of like working with or doing that sort of content.
Or you can choose what you want to do and do that. You offer, it's almost like for me, I offer my clients a menu of sorts of things that I do.
A menu.
Like literally, it's like here.
The add-on of the Instagram add-on.
It's like add to cart. It's like Postmates. Yep, like add to cart.
Wait, I love that.
So
I'll take
fun.
It's very much like that because I think I tend to be a people pleaser, and so I slip into like, yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah, I can do it. But I've learned that just because I can do something doesn't mean I need to do it or I should do it. Just because I'm good at something doesn't mean that I like to do it and that I want to do it. So I've learned to tailor down what I'm good at, what I like to do, like the things that I'm good at that I also like to do that I can offer someone.
Wow.
And I do that. And if they ask for add-ons, if they ask for extra toppings, we're charging extra. That guac is extra. Like, or I can say no. Or I can say no.
How many years ago did you start freelancing? Was it like right before the pandemic?
Literally 2019 November.
Wow.
So
thank God. Like that's awesome.
The pandemic did scare me a lot because
I know.
I was like, I don't have health insurance. If like, well, I mean, at the time I wasn't 26 yet, so I had my parents, but I was like the second. Like, I just was thinking of every issue with, like, freelance.
I know, I'm scared, too.
But it's good. It's rewarding.
Oh, that's awesome. So you did a little work, a little play.
Oh, yes, this weekend. Yeah. Work hard, play hard, always.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I almost got a new... Brooke roasted me because I wanted to get a sign that said work hard, play hard. Oh, play harder in my apartment.
Work hard, play harder.
That was before I started working with an interior designer, and I was like, that's not the vibe. But I was like, a neon sign with
the one hotel with...
Yeah, the one hotel with a dash of work hard, play harder was my inspo.
I mean, I kind of like that because,
Isn't that a fun little saying?
It's not a bad mantra, but it's silly. It's silly.
It's silly.
Yeah.
It's very #girlbossy.
Yes! It is.
Isn't it crazy how that word took such a turn? Because I like really subscribed to that movement for a while. I had a literal sign that said #hustle above my desk in college. But like I thought I understand now that it contributes to like overworking and hustle.
Danielle made merch.
Hustle culture.
Yeah.
But that
Hustle merch.
I mean, that was such a buzz phrase for a while, and it was kind of inspiring at the time.
It was. No, it was like, and I think everyone was kind of on the same, and then we hustled too much, hustled too close to the sun.
Yeah, if you will.
I mean, did you guys read the Girl Boss books?
Of course. No, and I'm not shading you for it. That was like the times, but it wasn't like we were actually, I feel like we all did a decent job of not subscribing to like the like, no, I can't go out, I'm hustling too hard. But like, it was like trendy and in and like what, you know what I'm saying? Like
it was inspiring to think, especially because like for me, when I was in college in North Carolina, I'm like, I need to get to New York. I had all these goals, and I'm like, if I just work hard enough, I will get. It's very Kim Kardashian. You just gotta work.
I know.
but I mean,
no one wants to work these days.
I think that there's a fine line that if people take it too far, it will be unhealthy.
Absolutely.
But I don't think we knew the line at that point.
No. And we were definitely like, we were in college, like kind of not like I got to put food on the table working for. Like we were obviously also privileged and like lucky that it was a different type of like
no
mentality, which is interesting. It's a whole thing to unpack.
Well, even Sophia Amoruso, who like created the movement, right? She's taken it back these days.
I don't really follow her much.
She's really cool, actually. I like there's different things with her, but I really think she's cool. She's teaching
nasty gal,
class.
right?
She's teaching a business class now or whatever to like help people figure out.
She has a podcast. I don't know. I listened to a couple episodes. I don't know if she does it anymore.
I don't know either. I just read like a little part of an
movement.
article where she said she's the guy created a monster basically with the girl boss thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I don't even know.
She has to slay her own demons.
Slay.
Slay.
I thought that's like where you were going.
No, that would have been good. That was a good connection. Wow, we've been just gabbing for 44 minutes, guys.
I didn't even get to my weekend
That
yet.
wasn't
That's
even
so
hard,
crazy.
guys. Wow.
No.
Yo,
So
gabba gabba.
What did you do this weekend?
what did you do?
You had a
Oh,
pregame.
yeah, you had friends in town.
I had friends in town. I had 7 friends in town, 8 including me, the hallmates. A lot of people were confused. Freshman year, I lived in Hill Hall, which was an all-girls dorm. I wanted to live in Brumby or Russell or Creswell. Those were the cool ones.
I lived in Russell and my ceiling was literally concaving in, and then they wrecked it down right after I graduated and rebuilt it.
Was there like
because it was
asbestos?
honestly I probably should be checked. Like my lungs are probably not okay right now.
Black mold.
Yeah, no, we had to put like a trash can under because it was dripping liquid. Like I'm probably not okay, but if anyone has any advice, let me know.
When we visited you, my mom was like, that was small. My mom still brings up your freshman year dorm room. I don't know why.
So small, just so not okay. It was like built in, like whatever era that I
Do
don't
you have
even.
a dorm tour we can look up?
Yeah, definitely. It was built in like what the 50s or the 60s or something, and just not renovated. It's like one of those like old school like they were like, oh, we gotta build this big state school, so they just like built it and like left it.
Yeah.
Ew.
Now Russell Hall is really here. I'll give your hand a break. I feel bad. She's been holding the mic like this whole time for me.
The SpongeBob episode where he has to hold the like torch to the Olympic Games.
Literally that. It's like my hands are shaking. Russell Hall's really, really nice now. I always think about you for that. So I got put in the Hill Hall, which I was so excited about. I was like, oh, it's like it's right in the middle of campus. Great location, great on the property. It's right near Bolton Dining Hall. There are a ton of the classrooms near the stadium. It's awesome. And then the first day we all moved in, we realized it was an all-girls dorm. And so I was just, not that that's a bad thing. It honestly ended up being so fun. It was so funny. If a guy was ever in the door, we'd be like, guy on the hall. Like it was a thing, And so it was fun. We all like became really, really close from it because, I don't know, we were all like, oh, we're stuck in this dorm, which is such a bad mentality. But then we ended up becoming so close. We all like joined different sororities and we just stayed so close throughout that year. And then like sophomore year, we kind of like weren't as close because everyone was living in different places. And then senior year, we really like kind of came back and we're like, no, this is a special friend group. Anyways, a few of them had never been to New York City.
Wow.
I was so
I remember
stressed.
my first time in New York.
I was like, you guys are 22, 23 years old and you've never been to New York City. Like, holy crap. But they like didn't really have an interest. They were,
Where do they live?
They're
now?
all from Georgia.
Yeah.
They would like go to Florida or like they just
Right.
wanted to go other places. They're not big city girls.
There's closer cities too.
Yeah, there's closer cities.
A lot of
Charleston,
closer
Atlanta.
cities.
Charlotte, they probably went to like
Even like DC is closer.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there was only 2 of them that had never been, and then 1 hadn't been in like a really long time. But I just like I was sweating. I had so much pressure because they wanted to see Times Square, they wanted to see Central Park, all those things. We didn't make it to Central Park because it did rain, but it was really, really fun. We just had such a good time. 3 stayed with me. I had a really fun pregame on Friday night. It was one of those pregames where I know actually you said this on Match Made, where like we didn't want to leave. We were like, this is like a party almost.
There's some pregames that should just never end. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine if you're having fun. What I've learned about New York sometimes is if you have a huge squad, like I'm talking like 40 people plus at a pregame, you're just gonna go to a bar and stand in that exact formation in a bar somewhere.
That's what we did. We only had 20.
So you might as well,
yeah.
if you still have alcohol flowing, you might as well just stay there and like pretend you're at the bar.
No, honestly, if I have a similar situation like that, I might just be like, let's have a party. Like, this is a party.
It's not a pregame, it's a party.
Yeah, I think it's fun to say pregame because then it's like pregame. But like, it was the exact thing where we literally, 20 of us all together went to Berlin, which is a super packed bar in the Lower East Side.
Sweaty.
It's so small.
Sweaty.
It's sweaty.
Very fun. Great time, but
Sweaty.
small. Yeah.
I took my disco ball photo. Everyone was
I saw
laughing. People were like, this is giving Squid Row? Because at Squid Row, remember I zoomed in on the disco ball?
She made Squid Row like the most
Aesthetic.
disgusting place, aesthetically pleasing.
It was literally like diner style boots, and Danielle like zooms in on it.
She
and makes it
zooms
look
in.
like it's like the coolest,
Brightness down.
swankiest club in town.
Now I'm doing it just to be funny. I was like, because everyone just responds every time. So we went to Berlin. We're all like packed in Berlin. What?
I'm just laughing because I thought I was the only one who was like, of course, Danielle.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like ironic now.
No, I know every single time now I see it. Actually, I was gonna zoom in. I was at a club too, packed. Could barely see. I was gonna zoom in and pull a Danielle too, but I was like, I can't bring myself to romanticize this experience that much.
I literally do it as a joke now. I guess I'm glad I put that out there so everyone knows. It's kind of like, oh, now Danielle's just doing it to be funny, Like,
I figured.
It's not like
you never know.
But
it started to be
I
cool.
do it
but
all the time. I'm like, check out my.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like disco balls, just why are they so exciting? I don't know.
And there's the emoji. I don't have it though. The disco ball emoji.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it in the new ones?
Is it?
Yeah, you have to update your phone, which I'm like, I always forget
Oh,
before I go to
I
bed.
wonder if I have it. My phone like automatically, I think, does it.
Yeah, you can put on auto updates if it's like charging or something.
You Queen of Disco Balls doesn't have the disco ball emoji. Oh my god.
I know. I'm really embarrassed about it.
Well, I'm glad you found your disco ball.
Yeah. So, but what I was trying to say is the same thing. We were at Berlin all together in the same group, and it was really, really fun. But then we all, as a group, left Berlin. Ryan looks at everyone and goes, "Who wants a snack?" Like literally just like that. All my friends are like,
pizza,
me. No, he takes them to our bodega. They get their first bodega experience. It was so funny. They were so impressed with how fast these bodegas are, because in our college town, the sandwich places are literally, they take hours. Lazy Shopper, Athens, if you guys know, you know. And
When
this
did
place
they
was,
rebrand that from Are You Hungry?
I think
It was called Are You
when
Hungry.
I visited you, my junior year of high school was Are You Hungry? But
No, they had Lazy Shopper, and then they built Are You Hungry next to it. Then they combined it like all into one, and then
Okay.
they just like.
Are you hungry? I like that.
They
I
had
should
like
have
the
it
sandwich.
that.
The sandwich name was the Fat Bitch. It was like all like it was like French fries, chicken
That's
tenders,
hilarious.
like everything on it. Yeah.
Oh my god, Elon could never.
I don't know when that changed. It became a thing like our junior, senior year, so I don't really know. But so yeah, we all went to the bodega, then we all went back to my apartment and post gamed. It was really, really
I love. You
cute.
know what? Justice for the post game. I feel like people like now do not appreciate a post game as much as they did in like
It was
college.
more of a college
But
thing.
I
I
still love a post game.
I'm there. I still have. A
You've been at my
post-game.
apartment till like 5 in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, that's fun. And then we roll out, and then we're like, the
I
sun's
just
coming up. I'm
chat.
like, I gotta go.
I am so not into
I love
post-game.
chatting. I'm just such a chatter, and I'm like,
No, I
don't
like
go.
I am so tired after a bar. Like I literally, we were all sitting in my apartment. I was like, can everyone leave? Like I was so
It
tired.
depends what type of night I have though, because I'll have like the
Yeah.
nights that like that really is so.
No,
fun.
it depends on if
Yeah.
I did a day or not. If I've
Oh
the
hell
day,
no, yeah.
absolutely not. I'm going. I might not even make it halfway through the
Oh,
bar.
yeah, we
But
did do a
if I
day.
like don't have a day and I'm like chill all day and then like night full
Yeah.
send,
Yeah.
then I could probably like
In
you
the
know.
summer post games hit so diff. Like they're so fun. It's like warm
Yeah.
outside. You're like, we're just having a good time.
And
like,
if someone
it's
has
just
air
amazing.
conditioning.
You don't have to think about
Yeah.
walking back in the cold. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, something about like a cold like 5 a.m. night. Like it's horrible. But, like,
Ooh.
Shiver me timbers to
Yeah.
your apartment. Like,
in the
oh.
summer it's so fun. You're just like, hell yeah, like I'm a little loose.
We're
I'm a
close
little,
to
like-
that, guys. I can
Oh
feel
my
it.
gosh,
Like,
can't wait.
I can
I feel
feel
it in
it.
the air. I licked my finger to the wind.
So what else? Tell us like some other highlights of the week.
Went to the Comedy Cellar, met literally 3 subscribers.
Brought them
I'm
to your
like,
spot. That's
I know,
literally your spot.
I know. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's. I was really happy because the comedians that I love were there, and they had new sets because it was starting to become, like I knew the jokes. I was like saying them in my
You
head.
are such a regular. You
I
learned
know.
the sets. Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh, yeah. I could like do a whole bit for you guys. I should do it and like pretend it's mine, so like my friends think I'm funny.
Stealing original material.
No, not on the podcast.
Copyright infringement.
Not on the podcast, just in private. No, I would
kidding,
never.
I'm kidding.
People would know that wasn't me. And then yeah, we went to the Museum of Sex because it was raining. They wanted to go. We went to the Harry Potter store. We kind of just like really did random stuff, but it was really fun. And I'm sure you guys could agree. It's always fun being with people that haven't really been to the city, or like it just makes you appreciate it like even more. Like you're like, I live here.
You see the magic again.
Yeah,
Like
the
how
magic of the city.
the magic of the city just comes back because then you
Yeah.
see it through like fresh eyes.
Definitely.
Yeah, when my sister comes, I always feel that way. She's
Oh.
like so excited always.
The best is when people come and they like know what they want to do. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, I found this place on TikTok
They
or
will
something," and
list.
you're like, "Ooh, okay, like
Let's
that's
do
fun."
it.
Yeah. Dear, you passed it back to me. I'm the torch holder now.
the torch.
Yeah. Should we like talk about our current favorite?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it.
We have current favorite and song of the week for you guys, and we've just been chatting.
Oh,
I love
wait, I'm
this for
excited.
us.
So this is gonna be added to the playlist that you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a listener, you know.
You get to be added.
Yeah, so we'll
used to look
start
it
off with things we're loving right now. So our current favorite of the week.
Boom. Does anybody want to talk about Bridgerton?
Yeah, I'm not done though.
Okay, I won't give
6.
spoilers. Okay, 6 is when for me it really the game changed. She remembered who she was in the
Game
game.
change.
And the game changed.
Did you watch?
I watched, and I think I saw your story, and I agreed with what you said. I feel like people gave this season, no spoilers, people gave this season a very bad rap because, or like a bad review, I think, only because it just wasn't as spicy as season 1.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think that there was still a lot of drama. I still
lot of
didn't
drama.
know what was going to happen half the time. I was still like shook. And there was a lot of symbolism, which I thought was cool.
Ooh, that was deep.
There
Notes for
wasn't
symbolism.
I mean, it's all based on a book, so
Yeah,
a book
yeah.
series. So like, there's only so much.
I
they
saw
can
that there was
do.
symbolism with like numbers and like numbers of children apparently and
bee.
things.
What's the bee supposed to be?
That's a symbol in season 1 and season 2.
Oh,
The
yes.
I'm
like
a-
the insect, like literally like a bee.
The bumblebee.
I remember the bee in this season, but not
It
season
was
1.
if you go back, there's some you'll see it throughout season 1.
And what's the
the
symbolism?
very last part of season 1, like the very last scene, the bee is going out the window. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but if you've seen season 2, you know what happened with the bee.
Oh, so it just like connects the
It
two.
connects.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yes, because that's like a huge.
Right.
It just like kind of weaves. It's like a transitional.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
But there's
now.
that. There's also symbolism in like the hairstyles and the colors that the people wear. Like
Oh.
I freaking loved it, honestly.
I loved it. I did see some TikToks that said like clearly there was like either like a budget increase or whatever, but I
didn't even think that.
because they really the costumes were very elaborate and like so good and just this
The queen had a different wig in every scene, I swear, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
Each one, like a different did her neck hurt from carrying that massive?
Must have.
Like, she wore this mask. I mean, that was like I guess what they did at the time.
Yeah,
but
a lot
like,
of people.
imagine Marie Antoinette. History fact: used to put like figurines, like she'd put like a literal ship in her wig. And like walk around like real Marie Antoinette would have like a ship like figurine and like wooden lodged in her hairpiece. Like people like their necks probably hurt. I think my neck hurts from just sitting at a computer all day.
Yeah, no, same.
I was gonna say like the women in those corsets and everything, they must be like oof.
Beauty is
wrapped up
pain,
in
I guess.
there.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean
so funny because I don't really like those shows like The Crown, Downton Abbey, but I really like Bridgerton.
I agree. I don't really well, I mean, I guess Game of Thrones is not really like that, but it's in the same like I would.
Oh, see, I love period dramas.
Yeah, but Bridgerton is like it does a really good job of. It's not. It's fantasy without being like so. I think it's fantasy kind of is. Well, I guess period drama, yeah, but also
It is because it's not totally accurate, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that they touch on modern themes.
Yeah,
That's
with
what it is.
music even.
It's so
like,
relatable when. I mean, again, not a spoiler, but like when one of the characters loves someone that doesn't love her back,
Yeah, definitely.
it's like I feel that hurt. Like that's such a realistic thing today. So, and it's less like you don't have to be a history buff to appreciate Bridgerton because also half the music is modern music, just
I
made
love
to
it, the
sound.
violin.
Yeah,
I like that it's not meant
bring
to
out
be
the
like
string quartet. Like
we're not like analyzing this like well that part's not accurate and that part's not accurate. It's like it's based on like let's just have some fun.
So that your favorite is Bridgerton?
Yeah, I loved it. I finished it. It definitely. I agree. Like I thought it was good, but I think that at episode 6, it really like that's when it like pivoted for me. And I was less. I mean, I'll be honest. Like I definitely appreciated season 1 for the spiciness because I think it was done. I don't even want to say so tastefully, but it was just like
was
their
so
connection
built up that you were like, let it happen.
yeah, the anticipation
and
they're
just them two. I think that they have so much chemistry, like
and they're
natural
just
chemistry.
beautiful. Yeah, this one was definitely more of a slow burn.
But worth it. So you finished it?
I finished. I burned. Pun intended, I guess. Yeah, it was. I think it was good. I really liked it. It was worth it for me. I blew through it in like 2 days.
Yeah, I agree. I had like 30 minutes left and I was like savoring the last like little bit. And I think both of the sisters, Edwina and what's her
Dee.
Kate.
Kate. Yeah,
Kate Sharma.
Kate and then Edwina.
Oh yeah, Dee Dee's like sister.
Sharma, that's
Sister.
I think that they're both so beautiful. Like I couldn't keep my eyes off of them. Like I'm watching them. Like I know.
Whenever she wore purple, I'm like, come on.
Purple is her color.
Oh my god, come on. She
Both
just looks
of them,
amazing.
though,
I know.
honestly. I like at first I was like drawn to Edwina, like the younger one, because they made like the whole spectacle of her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so
diamond.
beautiful. Yeah, the diamond. Yeah. But then I started obviously like naturally, this isn't even a spoiler, but you start paying more attention to Kate because she's also a focal point of the season.
She becomes like the main
and
character.
yeah, she becomes the main character. And like they're just both so stunning.
Did you
I'm
notice? I saw
obsessed.
this on TikTok. Again, everything I learned. So the symbolism, her hair was like really tightly wound in like the first episode, and slowly as the episodes go on, she's letting her hair down.
I know.
Wait, I totally noticed that now.
She's letting her hair down.
Aw, it's such a great story.
Wow, now I have to watch it again.
I want to rewatch season 1 after I finish season 2. Like I need to I need more Bridgerton. It's such like a good like Sunday Scaries vibe too. Like it's very relaxing, but there definitely is drama.
There's drama, but it always ends on an okay note though, which is good. Like it doesn't end on this like dark despair. Like both seasons end on like a high note kind of.
Yeah.
There's definitely some drama and everything, but it's not like
They did some characters real dirty last season, though. The second season, I will say, like, there's just certain people that have no redemption arc. I'm like, where are they going to go from here?
Skip like 30 seconds ahead.
Oh wait, but I haven't finished.
Okay, but it's just a storyline. I won't give any spoilers, but like Penelope's whole storyline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I won't even say like anything about it.
It just
there's not even
They did
spoilers.
her dirty. They did her dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you could tell like kind of where it's
I'm
headed,
not,
and
like, loving her right now as a viewer, so
I think she'll get. I hope season 3 will redeem her.
Yeah.
I think she's good at hurt.
I hope so. I don't really know. What was I gonna say?
What's your favorite? Anybody else have a favorite? That's not a show.
Well, my favorite show right now, I finished Bridgerton like eons ago, aka last week. I've never really been a huge TV person because I've realized recently that I need TV because I need like something to pay attention to that isn't my phone.
Yes.
That is well done and that can present some different stress that isn't mine. Like,
Mood.
I don't mind dramatic shows that just are totally unrelated to my life. So I've been loving Yellowstone recently.
Heard
I'm
about
on
this.
season 4. I watched a couple of seasons with my parents like during COVID, and then I forgot it existed, and then I watched it season 3 again. I think I just decided I'm destined to marry a cowboy. This show, it's so equally like sexy, and I'm just so into the drama.
Sold me. All right.
Because I mean, it's just it's so hot without needing to be like, they'll just like climb onto a horse and I'm like, I'm done.
Whoa.
Take me now.
No, some of the characters are so hot and they have, it's just a really good show.
Is
I don't
this
want
on
to
Peacock?
spoil. It's on I literally had to download Peacock and pay for it.
Oh, yeah, we
so
talked
I
about
can watch
this,
this
So many
without
streaming
ads because
services.
if you watch this show with ads, good luck because they'll leave you on a total cliffhanger.
Good luck,
And
Charlie.
then it's good though. I can give you my login. It's like it's just like a steamy show, and the characters are badass. Like, it's just great.
I think I tried like the first season 1 episode 1. Is it like, do I have to like learn the characters and stuff, or like, you know what I'm talking about? Like those shows where like Game of Thrones is like, honestly, it's like 3 seasons of like building before it gets like really, you know what
I
I'm
mean, they really don't introduce that many new characters. I will say it's pretty much the core. It's like if you've watched Succession, it's literally that. Pretty much,
I
but
I did.
But
I
in the
liked it.
wild west, but like
Wild
like
West.
present, but
Okay.
in Montana. Like, it's based in Montana. It's beautiful, and it's essentially it's like a family drama, but
Cool.
It's not in New York City or wherever they are.
Maybe
in
I'll give it a
Succession.
second shot.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's well done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Noted. Maybe I'll try it.
Have you been watching other shows? Dropout? Are you watching Dropout?
No, I
On
haven't
Hulu?
seen that. What is
It's
that?
about
Oh my God.
Theranos, like Elizabeth Holmes.
with
Yeah.
Amanda.
Uh-huh.
It's getting
Seafried.
good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that. Okay,
I'm not
so
caught
I'll
up
watch
either.
that.
Yeah.
There's just so much to watch, so little time.
So good. I'm like, that's Ryan and I's show right now that we're watching because we were watching Inventing Anna because we both actually liked that. So we both actually like
Girl bosses.
I know. I'm kind of like loving that he's into this because normally it's hard to like find something that we both agree on. And then next we're gonna watch We Crashed.
I'm watching We Crashed as well.
That I've been meaning to watch.
Yeah.
What is that on? Is it on
Apple TV.
Oh, I don't have that.
God, I know.
Ted Lasso.
I'm sorry. Why is there so many streaming services?
I'm stressed.
How much money do I pay a year on these freaking
Honestly,
things?
I'm probably paying like at least $80 a month on my streaming
Yeah.
services alone, which is terrible for my wallet.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say.
I know, but they're all such good shows, and especially when like everyone's talking about them, and you're like, wait, I want to watch.
You need to know. It's literally, yes. It's like I need to be in the know on like what's good. Bridgerton, yeah. I couldn't go on TikTok for like days until finishing that because the spoilers.
Really? I actually haven't seen anything.
My whole For You page is Bridgerton, and there's like spoilers every 5
I'm
seconds.
not really on Bridgerton Talk.
Bridger Talk.
Bridger
Bridgerton.
Bridger Talk.
I don't think I'm on that because I'm not really seeing that. But yeah, I like We Crashed.
We're gonna be on it.
Your phone's
Yeah,
listening.
they're
to you
listening.
somewhere.
I guess I need to keep going with these. This is so funny. I told my boyfriend's like out of town this week, and I am like now 2 episodes behind, I guess, on Dropout or whatever. And I was like, is it cool if I watch without you? And he was like no. Like, I mean, can you like wait for me, please? Like, I really like was
That's
like
love.
we're watching it
That's
together.
love right
I
there.
was like, I know, but you're not here for a week. Like, I'm gonna get behind, and then and I'm gonna be a boomer because I'm not gonna be
Oh
caught
my
up on
God.
modern television.
That's trust right there. That's trust, knowing that you're not
you
gonna.
could watch it. Not
You
tell
could
him.
and not tell him, but
No, but then I have to watch it twice. I'm not one of those people that.
No, I hate watching things twice.
You guys are saying you want to go back and rewatch. Like I'm done. Like once I watch it once, like I'm done. Like
I say that. We'll see if it happens.
I've literally I say that. I've never once done that, and
Yeah.
I have like this strict rule where I really don't rewatch movies unless it's been like a full year since I've seen it the first time. Because if I know what's gonna happen, like I have a really bad habit of skipping through things. Like I will skip through the movie until it gets to the part that I want to see, and then I'm like, oh, that was 10 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Anyway. I hear you. No, I get that. I get that a lot. My favorite is not a show, but I do love all these shows.
It's not dinner and a show.
No, it's not dinner and a show. It's this dress. Skims in general is just crushing the game.
You have the dress.
I have the Skims dress. I got it because Remy Bader posted about it. Because I have the long sleeve one. It's like this jersey knit material. This one's like, I'm like showing on YouTube. It's like a tank dress. It's a maxi. It is so cool. Like, you know how most like maxi dresses you get and it's just like straight down. Like when it's not on the body, it's just straight down. This one literally has curves in the fabric.
I need that because
you would love
it. Like ends up those dresses that you're describing like just makes you look like, because I'm bottom heavy,
same,
and it just does not.
But this is for the bottom heavy gals.
Wait, I need that.
It is so flattering. I tried to link it today. It's sold out in like every size, but they're constantly restocking because I just got this last week. It is so soft. It's so comfortable. You could dress it up and down. I just wore like a leather jacket with it today. Or I would like honestly consider wearing this on the plane. And I don't really like to wear dresses on the plane, but it's just so comfortable. It's like,
you look really comfortable over there. We're sitting here in jeans. I wish I was wearing that.
I wear my loose fitting jeans though because I know that we said
around the waist.
Yeah,
we just love it. It's so, I'm just really obsessed with Skims right now. I'm literally wearing Skims underwear. Like it's just so flattering. It's so comfortable.
We talked about Spanx last week and now you're talking about Skims.
Wow, I'm really like just about all. Wow, that's actually a really good observation.
Thank you. I'm just an observant gal.
I love it. Yeah, so Skims and Spanx are my gals right now. They're probably competitors, honestly. But
they're direct competitors. They were created literally to be competitors.
I feel like they're different price points. I don't know.
No, I guess Skims is a little bit less, but roughly the same though, because
Wait, Skims is less than Spanx?
Yeah.
That's actually surprising to me.
But not by much. They're still both like pretty premium brands, and
This is like a $70 dress.
I'll say my hot take on these two brands. I like Spanx shapewear 100% through and through. I've tried the Skims shapewear. It's not my favorite. Maybe it's just not made for my body type. I also I don't really have much of a butt, so I think it's designed more for that. So you guys are both blessed and blessed.
God bless this.
But
God bless
Wait,
this
remember
chest.
in Cabo with that guy?
Yes.
Guys, we were in Cabo at the pool. Did you talk about this?
We did a story.
I think I listened to your whole podcast, so I must have glossed over this. But there was this creepy guy in the pool that we were talking to.
Oh my God.
Father
Against our will, he had his daughter and his wife literally right there.
So inappropriate.
And I was getting a drink and getting back in the pool.
Oh my God.
And he goes, wait, stand back up again. Stand back up. I'm like, okay. I thought there was like something on me or something.
Yeah.
And he goes, you got a back door.
I literally wanted to die.
And everyone was like, it was like crickets, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into the pool now.
I literally went underwater. Like, thank God for pools.
So
I'm like, you're not wrong, but that's not something that you say to a stranger who is a young girl, when your daughter, also a young girl, is right there, and like,
and like, no point to it. It's just like, you have a back door. Okay, next. Like
it's like water is wet. Like
Yeah,
it's like okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it wasn't like it was a good thing or a bad thing. It was just a thing. I'm like, okay, cool, great observation,
Yeah.
sir.
I always find that weird. Like when people be like, "Wow, you have big boobs." It's like, okay. Like,
say
all
it
right.
like
Like, yeah. I know. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Unless
it's
it's like
unless you want to say they're nice. Like if you want to say like they're nice, like then I'll be like, oh yeah, they're nice. But like if you're just gonna be
give
like,
me a connotation.
yeah, like
Is
oh
there-
your eyes are brown. It's like
Yeah.
okay,
Facts.
all right, yeah,
I can't see
Facts.
yeah.
That's true.
Anyways, but he said it in. I don't like the way that he said that though.
No, it was
It still was
creepy.
wildly
Just
inappropriate.
had no problem. She was like, oh, he's so funny.
She goes, oh, he just says the darndest things.
I was like, what is happening?
I know.
Anyway, but for people with back doors, Skims or
I
you
guess.
think
Yeah,
that-
I think Spanx. That's yeah.
Skims clothing.
Skims clothing. I love it. I've gotten like their pajama shorts. I love their little tank tops. I think that they have great clothing. But I personally, like this weekend, I was kind of between stuff. Actually, you know what else I wore? They're a podcast sponsor of ours, Honey Love. Have you worn?
Well, I've never heard of this.
You need it. So it's like it's the perfect cut for me. My problem area is my stomach, so I wear it's like an underwear cut instead of like, you know how some shapewear kind of goes like down your thigh.
I hate that.
Me too. So this one's just like a regular like bikini cut,
Oh,
and then it
cute.
goes up to your stomach. I wore it with dresses, and like sometimes you could see it under like dresses, especially like bodycon
That's
dresses.
the worst.
You couldn't see it. It was amazing. It snatched me in.
Nice.
Obsessed.
And it comes with like a little laundry bag for it too. Like it's freaking nice.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so I would that and Spanx I like for
Okay,
shapewear.
I hope my
but-
phone's listening to this so I can get an
Yeah,
ad.
give
because
me
I
an
know I'm
Insta
gonna forget.
ad.
Honestly, have you ever had an incident where you're like, wait, thank God for Instagram ads?
Yes.
Because I forgot about this
Yep.
thing and then I saw it and like, oh yeah, I meant to buy that. It's actually good sometimes.
Meant to buy it. It's
Meant.
That's true. Should we talk about our song of the week, ladies?
Yeah.
So we have our GOTG Jams playlist on Spotify, slowly adding new ones. So it's on Brooke's Spotify. And we also have it as a highlight on our Instagram story highlight on our Instagram.
Yeah, you can go. I think that we have a couple hundred likes on it now, maybe more than that. Let's see.
That's exciting.
We have 940. I'll take
Oh
it.
my gosh, that's actually almost
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
I love it.
I added my song already, but I want to hear Katie's first. I feel like Katie has like a little bit of a different taste in music. I feel
Everything.
like
Does this have to be like upbeat?
No,
Because
it
it's
could be
definitely
anything.
yeah, it could be anything.
Okay, because this song, I swear, it's one of those songs where like why am I always in the shower when I'm giving stories? Like in this podcast,
Sitting in the shower.
am I always in the shower? I was in the shower, and when I like put my phone on, like sometimes I'll put like on a playlist, and then it ends, and then it plays the songs that are similar.
I love when it
does that. Honestly, whoever did that at Spotify, props to you because it's great. But I had my phone playing and I heard this song come on and I'm like, what is my hands are all wet. I'm scrambling to make
I've
sure
done that.
I screenshot it so I don't forget what song it is. Okay, so it's by Novo Amor and it's called Opaline.
Whoa.
And my birthstone is opal. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
is so
it was
deep.
really, it's a very Bon Iver sort of vibe.
Oh,
but
love.
instantly, so I added this to like every chill playlist I have, and then I started I was listening to all the songs by this, and I've heard some before. Some of them are like really, really famous, but I was like, this is just because Bon Iver. Sometimes like I've heard all these already. Like I need something chill. If I'm just like having one of those like admin days where I'm doing a lot of work or I'm in my feels, it's a good in my feels song.
Yeah.
I
But
get
it's,
the best
it's hopeful
music from
though.
you.
It's not.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
It's not
You put a lot
depressing.
on your story.
Lots of playlists.
Yes.
Very
Rain Sestla, whatever. like
Cecily, Rain.
Oh yes.
I cry to that. Like, if I'm like, damn, I just need a good cry. Like I put that on and I just like
repeat.
There's this whole playlist of songs that it's just popular songs that are kind of like in your feels songs in the rain. And
It's
it just,
amazing,
So it's
you
just like the
guys.
rain is falling down. Yeah.
such a good life hack.
Highly recommend.
That actually
Yes.
is a good crying song. Well, I can't wait to listen to that. We'll
Yeah.
add it to the playlist.
It's
You
just
sent
moody.
me it.
It's
Danielle's
moody.
sending me the songs as we're
Mine-
recording.
I know it's to add to the playlist. Mine is very off-brand for me. I feel like we've talked about this maybe in our hot takes episode. I'm not a big Harry Styles fan. I'm not like
talk about it. I'm not either.
yeah. Like I'm not like, oh my god, it's Harry Styles. But when my friends were here this weekend, they were all like, oh my god, Harry Styles came out with a new song. So I was like, okay. I was playing like a really good playlist on my Alexa, and they were like, Alexa, play, and I was like, no, don't ruin it. But I stand corrected. His new song, As It Was, is so good. You
really
like
good.
went to his concert and stuff,
I'm
right?
a big Harry Styles fan.
It is a
but-
really good song. It's
Yeah.
very different. It's just like a really good vibe. I listened to this morning like 3 times to like get hyped for the day. So it's
I
a
bet
great song.
his new album's gonna be really good.
I'm sure, honestly, if it's anything like this song, I'm into it.
Yeah, he always puts out like the first song is always like, okay, where is this gonna go? Because like
Yeah.
whenever he doesn't have that many songs. I mean, in the grand scheme of artists, but I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was good. So
I agree.
I gotta give credit where credit is due, and it's gonna go on the playlist.
I can't believe I'm shocked. Danielle has turned over to the dark. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think he's very talented too. I put him in the same category as like Haley and Justin. Like I don't. I'm missing something.
So I feel that way. I understand what you mean by that because like I'm gonna get hate for this, but like Justin Bieber, his music's good, but like I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I do skip his songs. I do. I skip through hot take.
Who,
Justin. Just sometimes I'm just like, okay, I don't know. I'm not in the mood right now.
Some of his songs are like just kind of all the same, but so I'm trying to go to his concert because he's doing some songs from his Changes album that came out like Valentine's Day right before COVID hit.
Oh,
and so I
yeah.
never got that concert. Now he's doing like a Justice tour, but I literally looked at the set list and he does like a few songs from that album. But I don't love his Justice album.
There's
so.
some songs that I really do like.
Yeah,
and
some are
I
great.
will not. But there's some I'm like, okay, no, I'm sorry.
No, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I do love him though.
Yeah.
I do.
How about you, Brooke? What's your favorite? What's your jam?
Mine is like a just like an EDM,
EDM.
song. Yeah, guys.
best.
Because that's like, I've just been on a big EDM kick.
Wait, we have like 3 totally different. Well, actually, no. I'd say ours are kind of similar.
Yeah.
Danielle. Like chill vibes, but wow. Okay, what's your song?
Mine's a remix. It's Someone Else Mala remix by Rez. I went to a concert of this. It's just like there are words which I like, and I just like the beat. I mean,
I appreciate words.
It's hard, but it's not like whoop whoop whoop. Like it's like you know what I'm saying. I don't really like that's like dubstep, I guess, like which I don't really love, like Skrillex and stuff. Like not that I don't, you know.
I used to love
Really?
Skrillex. Are you? Oh my god, I used to.
Yeah, I mean, I still get down
I
to it.
think I used that in a YouTube lookbook once.
Oh,
Probably.
no, I can appreciate it, especially when it's live because it's
Yeah.
like a whole experience. But I don't opt to listen to that typically. I like more house, like chiller beats, I will say. Still pretty hardcore. Like I'll be like in the car at like 8 a.m. listening to it. I'm like, why am I listening to
So
this?
funny. I love being on Spotify on your computer when you can see what other people are listening to. Brooke's always just like rah, or like Mama Number 5. There's like
There's no in between. I've caught Katie listening to some interesting songs. Yeah,
No, I have
definitely
to like disable that because people literally. I don't know if that's even possible. People
You can,
catch
because of
me.
private mode.
People catch me really like either in my feels or like really down memory lane in like a really scary way. It's usually it's never good.
You know what's interesting? It never says when you're listening to a podcast. I would love to know what
Wait,
podcast.
that's so true.
I've always noticed this.
I think it must be like a privacy like thing that they do it for everyone, which I kind of like. Because
Wait,
sometimes I
why
listen.
not?
No, sometimes the episode titles are like "How to Give Good Dick."
Yeah.
like my match made.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
New
No.
jobs, new dick.
Exactly. Like you want to listen to it, but sometimes it's like I don't know, like not
love it.
something like that, but
No,
something more of
no, it's like literally how to give the best. Yeah, girls gotta eat. It's like how to give the best blowjob. I'm like, I don't know. That
inside
does.
the male mind, you
Yeah.
know, like maybe we don't.
There's
need
certain
everyone to know
things
I'm
you
listening to that.
just don't need other people to know.
Even though
Yeah.
it's like you're public about your love for that podcast. I don't know. I just think
Podcast is the safe space.
yes,
a safe space.
It is a safe space.
It kind of is also like podcasts are kind of like a more intimate thing. Like once you really get to know someone, then you ask them like what podcast they listen to.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's why podcast communities bond so much because it kind of is like a more like my friends. Like I don't necessarily know all the podcasts that they listen to unless we have a talk about it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know how you guys are with
New
your friends.
first date question. What podcast do you listen
It's very
to?
telling.
Yeah.
That will tell you all you
Are
need
they
to know about a
listening
person.
to Joe Rogan? Are they
Like,
listening to
what-
sports?
What are we listening to?
I will tell her my answer a little bit depending on the person though, which I know that's bad. I
Oh, me
know.
too.
That's
Well, because
really
you have
bad.
many you listen to, so you're like, which one should I tell them? You know?
Yeah.
I do listen to a lot of different ones too. Yeah.
Because
but
like, what if you're on a date and then you're like, my favorite podcast is this dating one? They're like, okay, so
you're
Yeah.
you're a
Yeah.
dateaholic. Or
yeah, like, which I don't know. That's not bad. I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I feel like I've definitely talked about that, but
yeah. No, I get that. I get it. It does. It
it,
really
it
is
makes
intimate.
you. Then you get inside the male mind.
It's a really intimate thing.
Oh, I'm just like thinking about this too much. I got a question today that was like on my YouTube video. It was like, so happy for your new boyfriend. Like, when did you tell him you were an influencer? I was like, on the first date. Like, I
Gotta
don't.
get it out of the way.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
people will be annoying about it if not.
right. Like, I'm not in the business of trying to hide it either. I was, you know.
in this day and age.
Yeah, I mean, you look me up.
Well,
I'm sure that they did.
They already found it
yeah.
out. Like, no
It's
need.
like yeah, it's one of those things that if I would hope they do a little bit of research. I don't
Yeah.
know. That shows that you care and you want to make sure they're not a serial killer.
Definitely.
I don't know. I mean, I told you guys I had this guy that I walked in. I'm wearing the same outfit I wore on this date 2 weeks ago, and this guy was at one point in the date was like, "You are perfect, except you're an influencer. Like aside from this, you would be
Boo,
perfect."
tomato.
Literally, I was like, it's not too late for you to take that back. Like, I
For both
mean,
reasons.
because otherwise it was, whatever. Obviously, there's always, I'm glad that he showed his true colors on the first date, and I didn't have to endure many more of those before finding out that his true feelings about it. But it was just like annoying. It's like just saying like, oh, you'd be perfect if you weren't an accountant. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
What did you say?
It's a job. I thought he was kidding, so I laughed.
So you like laughed and then you went home.
He
and
was
you
like,
were-
no, seriously, like I really don't like social media stuff.
Why did you go on the date?
Yeah. What the? I hate
Great.
that.
I mean, it literally like on every corner of my social media presences, dating apps and not. I mean, we met at a bar, so he didn't like. That's the thing. On my Hinge profile, it says I work in social media, or something like that. Social media, digital. I don't even know what it says, but like it's very easy to figure that out. I don't know, but it definitely told me all I needed to know.
Definitely.
And he's, we no longer speak. That's the one instance when ghosting is perfectly okay, I think.
No, I completely get that.
And
I
that's that.
just feel like you have to own who you are. Like, you know, like if you have to, I've always felt like if you have to like hide anything, like let it be your job, let it be like a fact about you. Like I always see this in people's Q&As. They'll be like, how do I bring up like this to the guy I'm dating or whatever? It's like the right guy isn't going to be turned off by like if you have something in your past you're not proud of, or like if you have, you know, something that you think is embarrassing. Yeah.
For the right person, nothing will be a deal breaker. It just is like, you're never going to date a perfect person. I bet you guys can both consider like your boyfriend's not perfect people. No. That's the thing. It's like you're not you. So why make yourself perfect for someone else? It's like you just be yourself because they'll find out eventually. Like,
amen.
But everyone's boyfriend on social media is apparently perfect though.
Okay,
So
they're my best friend.
Yeah, and they are amazing, and they
the longer
like,
the caption, the less perfect they are.
No, but I love when they're like through the ups and downs or like something like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, you've been dating for 3 months and how many ups and downs? Oh my god, already!
It's
wow,
terrifying.
There's certain things you don't say. You're just like, okay, happy birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't know though. You guys, I haven't dealt with having the boyfriend on social media yet. I haven't like done that, so
it's
props
a
to you.
feat, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
I've been really dealing with that actually. That's been weighing on my mind and my heart because I barely show mine, and the few comments that I get about like it will be like I can sense how you treat him. I'm like, I don't even show him. So the fact that you are making these like I'm not gonna show him then because you think that, you know what I'm saying?
It's a reach.
Do you ever get comments like that? Do you get comments about like your relationship and like people assuming that they know things?
Yes, all the time, and they just don't. Like it's just your
You
relationship.
just ignore it. You're better at ignoring things.
Well, we've been dating for 3 years, so I'm very comfortable and I know my relationship. I don't know. I think people are just really curious, so they'll say that in hopes that you'd be like, well, actually, you know, like they want to know. You know, they don't know anything.
That's true.
You don't know me. You don't know my life.
I'll take notes from you guys once it eventually happens to me.
Yeah. We'll have a little powwow. It'll be great.
No, well, everyone has their assumptions, right?
What a
chat.
Roller coaster.
I know. Hour 20. We're in hour 20 deep.
Perfect. Wow.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I think it's so fun having like actual friend. I mean, of course we have everyone that we have on this podcast is an actual friend. I don't mean it like that, but I mean that we've been spending so much time with you recently. Honestly, it's more so that like you've been very current in our lives.
I've just been around, you know.
Katie's been around.
I'm a gal on the go in your lives.
Exactly. And we know how much people love just like our chatty episodes. And we were like, how fun would it be to chat with Katy Bellotte herself? Like, so
the gal.
Thanks for having me on the couch.
Yes.
I feel it's a privilege.
It might be breaking,
my
but
left butt cheek is getting numb. So
your left one.
It's time to wrap it up.
It's like,
oh damn. So that might be time to wrap it up. If you're watching on YouTube, give this video a big thumbs up. Really supports our channel. Subscribe. Also, we'll have Katie's links in the like episode description. If you don't follow her, I don't really know what you're doing. Like I feel like best story content, you're so good with words.
shout out your podcast and wherever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Match Made in Manhattan is my podcast with my friends Adam and Colby. We post like every Friday basically. We've been a little off, but we just literally talk super raw and real about life in New York and dating and coworkers.
So good.
And keep it super real. And then I have my other podcast, which is like my OG podcast, Thick and Thin, which is kind of like it's a spoken diary with a lot of history, psychology, just like really I read a lot of random stuff throughout the weeks. Like I'm just a big reader on the interwebs and beyond. I'm a big Reddit person. So like whenever I find something interesting, I just talk about it every week.
Yeah, you're such a multifaceted person. Such an interesting person, honestly. Yeah.
There's a lot going on in here.
Oh, well, we love you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, gals, I'll be here anytime.
Yay.
Oh, recurring guests to let us know.
Every other week. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.